Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy. Bloop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. So, happy Monday. I hope everybody is having an amazing day and a great start to the week. Now, you may be wondering, why do you have this magazine or this catalog up in front of you, especially since you said yesterday that you were not going to be buying from big chain stores? I'm not. This just came in the mail and I didn't throw it away yet. So the reason is because this is a big reveal, and I did a thing today, and the big reveal comes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I got my hair done. So how about this? I'm back and better than ever. I got the roots done. I walked in and I said, listen, I feel like I want something a little different, and I want to go a little shorter because I'm tired of looking like Gary Busey's mugshot come to life. And Tony said, listen, I've been noticing that you've been your hair's looking a little drab, which, Tony, I love you. Tony always says things in the best possible way. She was right. And let me try and fix this over here. Okay, she was right. So I said, let's do it. I trust you with everything. So she took it. I said, how about the bottom of the ears? And she said, I'm gonna make it to here because then when you choose to do it curly, it's going to go up a little bit. It's going to become a little shorter. So she cut it this length. She angled these right here. And then in the back, let me show you. You don't know if you can see, but she stacked it. Can you see? I can't see what you can see. Can you see what I see? No. So, ooh, that was not good. So this is it. I said, darken it. So she said, I will darken the hair, but I'm going to put some highlights in because I don't want it to just be dark. Like, I want it just to be like for you to just go into sudden, like Lisa Barlow dark hair, like a painted black bowling ball. Like I painted my just, that's it. So she was like, I'll put some highlights in. And I think she did a fantastic job. And I came home, Dolly loves it. And so if you're watching, Tony, you hit it out of the park. Am I going to be able to style it like this again? Probably not. I'm going to have to get a new flat iron. And okay, so this is it. Here we go. I love it. So you're going to see this hair for at least Thursday. You're going to see it till Thursday. And then I'm going to wash it. And have to do it. And then you'll see something different. So here we go. It's a new reveal. It's my new hair. Okay. So let's get right into it. I watched Sister Wives a little bit last night, and then I fell asleep, and then I rewatched it, and then I rewatched it again, and I made notes. So here's the notes. There was a lot of yelling. I'm going to be inserting a couple clips in here of a new feature that's on this phone, and it is dual, meaning I can film myself watching something. So you see what I'm seeing, but you also see me reacting, and I love it. Okay, so first off, we have Cody and Robin. Cody just came from Coyote Pass, and he's like, listen, I was talking to Justin, the realtor, and people are looking at it. And they're possibly going to put in an offer for 2 of the lots. Cody is really happy about this. Robin, of course, is still hung up because for her, it's like, here's my water. For her, it's like a dream is dying, and I don't know if I can let go of that dream. But here's the thing: everybody's moved on, and so do you. So, it says that later on he's going to be doing a conference, like a conference call or a Zoom call with Mary and Janelle. I saw a sneak peek of this before, and trust me, that could have been an email because neither one of them ladies wanted to talk to him. Robin is talking about like, well, Mary and Janelle are worried about Cody not being fair. And she's like, listen, on his bad days, he's completely not fair. But on his good days, he's more than fair. Which to me, honestly, I feel like he has more bad days than good days. So I'm thinking he's not going to be fair. And then she tries to tell us that like, wait a minute, listen, I'm the person that holds him accountable to being fair. So they can trust that I'm going to make sure that that they get what is due to them. Like, I'm going to make sure that he's fair. I don't know that I trust that. Also, I feel like they have a right to be worried. The reason why I feel like they have a right to be worried is because history, and also because of the fact that just based on the fact that he isn't very forthcoming with information on the status of what's going on with Coyote Pass. So I feel like they have a right to be worried. And I feel like it would be natural to be worried. Okay, so the Zoom call comes. This was like, to say it was awkward was like, at the least, it was awkward. See, new hair, but I'm still playing around with it and like, okay. I'm like, after I revealed it, I was like, I love it. And then my hair was like, so even that dog, even Zona, even the dog realized, hey, this is awkward. It was like, but I'm glad that happened. I'm glad that the ladies brought that energy. Cody, here's the thing. It kind of reminded me of like, when you haven't talked to someone in a while and you don't have a relationship with them, but they need something from you. They need a favor or they need money. So they call up, oh, hi, how are you? Now, seriously, now I'm thinking about Dorinda Medley again. Hey, how are you, Dorinda? I'll tell you how I'm doing. Not well, bitch. But anyways, they call up, hey, how are you? I haven't talked to you in a while. How's everybody doing? How are you? And as soon as I saw this last night, the first thing came out of my mouth was, this reminds me of when my one brother, who doesn't really talk to us, when he needs something for my mother, when I say something, I mean money, and he'll call up and he'll be like, hey, how's everything up there? How are you? How's Debbie? How's everybody doing? What's going on? Oh, by the way, I need to borrow some money because my payroll's jacked up. That, when people call up and they don't talk to you until they need something, yeah, that's what this was giving off. So he's like, hey, what's happening? What's happening, Mary? There's your dog. Hey, your dog is with you now. Did you notice there's your dog, Zona? Zona. She's like, I know, my dog's here. I realize it. A ghost didn't jump on my lap. It wasn't a ghost dog. It's a dog. I get that. And then he is all of a sudden like, well, what's going on with Mary? We left everything in such a great place. We were getting along. Well, here's the thing. Whenever you dog someone and shit talk them in public and shit talk their friends, that's what's going to happen. When you call their best friend a bitch and you talk about how you never loved someone, that right there is going to stop someone from being cool with you. That, plus also the fact that both of them feel like you're trying to screw them over. Both of those things. So he lets them know, listen, somebody put in a low bid, put in kind of like a verbal low bid on all of them, on all 4 lots. But we were like, no deal. But then they also put in a verbal offer for 2 of the lots. So Cody and Robin are on one of them, and then Janelle and Mary are, he says they're on the other one, but they're actually, that's going to be changed over. Mary and Janelle are going to be on one of them now. He's still on it, so they're kind of skeptical, like, when I see it, I'll believe it. And then Cody is like, well, they expect me to do all the work, clean it up, get it sold. And they're still saying that, that they can't trust me, that I'm going to rob them, that I'm doing everything, they do nothing. And Janelle, I didn't believe that from, even without Janelle saying what she said, because Janelle was like, I offered to hire somebody to go and clean it up because she's in North Carolina. I offered to pay for somebody to clean it up. I offered to have my lawyer do everything. And I can't do anything more than that because legally it's not mine. So I can't do anything. Trust me, if I could legally do so, I would do everything I legally could to get this done. And Mary's like, I don't own it. Legally, it's not mine, so I can't change anything on the property. True. So, I mean, what the hell do you want? What do you want them to do? It's not legally theirs. Like I said, they want me to do it all, sell it all, and they think that I'm going to rob them. Like, they have the nerve to think that I'm going to rob them. They think, once again, that you're going to take money from them because history and because, number two, you're not forthcoming with any information. Like, I feel like he tells Janelle the very least amount of information that he can tell them. And then Mary, he seems like he doesn't tell her anything. So I don't blame them for feeling like he's not going to be fair with them and he's going to take their money because history. Okay. So the next thing was Dave and Christine. They go out to dinner. I had thoughts on this. This was frustrating to me because we'll get into why, but this whole thing seemed like a producer plan. I don't know. It seemed odd, but so Christine immediately gets into spilling the tea and she's like, well, she starts talking about Janelle and she's like, I don't think you're asking about Janelle. You're asking about the other two sister wives. So with Robin, there's a trust issue with Robin. She doesn't trust Robin because when they were all together and the family was a plural family, she would vent and say things about Cody to Robin. Robin would then take that information, go back to Cody, and Cody would come back to her, yell at her, and she would get in trouble. Now listen, something is wrong with that. If you are a grown adult, you're a grown woman, and you're getting in trouble for how you feel. No. You're grown. You're a grown woman. You've had children. No. Do you see? That's one of many reasons why I don't ever want to get married. Because you're going to yell at her she's going to be in trouble for how she feels. No. Wrong. And then Cody is like, Robin was really the one that advocated for everybody, especially for Christine. No, I don't buy that. Here's the reason why I think Robin wanted to be in a plural family. I think there's a part of Robin who likes competition and who likes to show that she's like queen over everybody else. That's what I think. I think that what she did, because she says, Robin says, well, I would listen to what Christine would say. Christine would say, I wish Cody knew how I felt. So I would take it to Cody and then and then I get in trouble. Then she has a problem with me. I was stupid for believing that people were good, that I was doing something good. Robin was Cody's spy. That's what I believe. Robin was Cody's spy. And how do we know? Like, she's like, I went back and told him her concerns. I honestly, I don't think she went in and she told the story of how Christine said it. If anything, I feel like she probably went in, maybe added a little something, or if she didn't add something, maybe she changed like the tone of how Christine gave it. I don't think the message that Christine said was the message that Cody got. And even if the message was the same from here to here, regardless, you're a grown woman and you're getting in trouble for how you feel. That's not right. That's red flag number 1 through 100. So that was the problem with Robin. Now with Mary, she's like, well, listen, Mary called me up one day and was like, hey, can we be friends? Are we friends? She's like, girl, no, we're not friends. You, like 2 months ago, you were mean to me. And no, I don't want to have a friendship with somebody that's going to be mean to me. Now, listen, this wasn't just her. This wasn't just Mary being mean to her. There was the story that Mary was mean to Christine's kids and would yell at her kids. So I get that. She doesn't want to be. So here's the thing though. She cut out Mary, she cut out Robin, but then she says, on the flip side, she says, but I think that we should all get together every year for a reunion. Why? Like you just said, she's like, me and Janelle will be there. Okay. So why don't you just go to North Carolina or have Janelle come out to Salt Lake City? I mean, that makes no sense. I'm very rarely gonna say I agree with Robin, but I agree with Robin in that. Because if you get all of them together in one room, I feel like there has to be a lot of therapy before that happens. This is not, no, it's not gonna work. It's just not, no. I don't even understand after she says, I don't get along with them and I've cut them out, that you would want to talk to them. I don't know. That didn't make any sense. Okay. So Christine, when she was talking about, then we were talking about like, Cody and David possibly hanging out with Cody. From the jump, it seemed to me like David was really trying to think, how am I going to word this? Because I don't want to do this. You could tell there was a lot of hesitation. He didn't seem like he wanted to hang out with this dude, to hang out with Cody. Hey guys, so I'm in my room right now, and what I want to insert in here is what I was not able to include. I actually taped the portion of Cody saying about how he wishes he could have been discriminating when it came to truly living in the same house as David, and he wishes he could have like vetted him or been discriminating before she lived in the same house as him. I had clips, but it's taking forever to download it, and I'm thinking it might be because of a copyright issue, so I took them out. So I'm adding this in so you know what I'm talking about. Okay. So, as you can see, he wishes that he had the chance beforehand to be discriminate. That's his favorite word now, I guess, in the last 2 episodes. To be discriminate about David, since David is going to be living in the house with Truly. Listen, Linda. When you chose to ignore your daughter's health issues, and it got to the point where she almost died from acute kidney failure, Remember that? You know, when you were like, oh, it's just fever, and you didn't take her to the hospital. Remember that? Yeah. When she almost died, you don't have, no. You don't get any right talking about how somebody else might not be a good person to live in the house with your daughter. This isn't the first daughter, the only daughter that you didn't give a shit about with their health concerns. Remember Isabel? Whenever she had to have back surgery. This wasn't some vanity surgery that was elective. It was necessary surgery for her back. And you told them that you weren't going to go because of COVID protocol. And then you said, why doesn't she just go on her own? Why doesn't my teenage daughter go on her own into the hospital to have major back surgery? Remember that? But then, and you didn't go, and you broke your daughter's heart. But then you went and officiated at your friend's wedding during COVID. Remember that? And you couldn't be there for, you could just barely take, you could not take, not just barely, you couldn't take Truly to the doctors. It took Christine to come home and your daughter go cross-eyed and her be like, something is not right. I'm taking her to the doctors. Because if Christine wouldn't have come home and it was up to you, she would have probably passed. Right? But let's fast forward. And you had to be there, of course, when Robin's daughter got her ears pierced. So yeah, no. This whole, I need to make sure that David is a good person because he's living in the house with Truly. You don't give a shit about Truly. You don't give a shit about any other children if they're not Robin's kids. End of story. Okay, so next up this was so odd, but she was talking about, oh, well, you could hang out with him. I'm not talking about you going on a trip with him and with Cody. Hey guys, okay, me again from my bedroom. I took out another clip. The clip that came before my rant was actually a clip of Christine calling Cody, saying Cody's a good man and he was a good husband and we had good times. He was a good dad. That is what is missing. So I wanted to just let you know so the rant made sense. Okay. This had my head spinning. I was like, what are you talking about? He's a good man. He's a good husband. We had a lot of good times. Oh, where? He's a good man, a good husband? This is who? Are you talking about another person? Because in the book, supposedly it says otherwise. And you left. If he was a good man and he was a good husband and a good father, why did you leave him then? You know, I was like, what? Wait a minute. No. But then I thought, once again, listen, maybe in this lawsuit, maybe there is something out there saying you can't bad talk each other. Like you can't talk shit on each other. That's the only thing that I can think of, because you go from every other time before, he's just a shitty person. He was a terrible father He was a terrible husband. He is just not a great person. And now he's, oh no, he's good. That's what I'm thinking. Which if that is the case, then why would you write the book? Like, why would you write the book? Well, maybe the book was probably written before she filed this lawsuit. Yeah, maybe that's it. Anyways, David really doesn't want to hang out with Cody. You can tell. He doesn't want to hang out with him because he's 100% not cool with what Cody did, how he treated her, how he treated his kids, what kind of man he is. So that whole thing between them was odd. Okay, so for Christine says that a few days later after their Zoom, they got a legitimate offer for Coyote Pass. So she's talking to Maddie. She's like, it's sold and titles have been altered. We're just waiting for everything to go through. So Maddie's question was, what about the money that you put into Robin's house? Like, are you going to get that money back? And Janelle's like saying, well, it would be tough. It would be tough to get back because it was a gift. Cody claims that debt with Janelle was settled in like January. He said that she had said, well, it's fair. It sounds good to me. It's settled. And, you know, this is more than fair. I don't know if that's the case, because if that was the case, she would have told Maddie, like, it's settled. It's fair. Everything was fair. But here's the thing. Janelle really wants to move on. I don't blame her. I would want to leave that in the past. She's like, that was my dream in the past, but it's the current, it's the present. And my dreams for future are like so much better than any dreams that I had in the past. I totally get that. Why would you have so much that you're looking forward to and so much work there, getting the farm up and running. I wouldn't want to get in any kind of battle. I would just put that in my past. I agree with Janelle. Okay, so lastly, Robin and Cody. Okay, that engagement photo. So that was Cody, they had that photo taken as an engagement photo, right? And then he commissioned a friend to make it into a painting. Number one, he puts that front and center right there. But where did he put Garrison's picture? He put Garrison's picture in a garage. That tells you what he thinks. That tells you who ranks in his life, okay? Number two, you cannot tell me that look in my eyes and tell me that before they got married, everything was innocent. You're going to tell me that. You're going to tell me that he's driving all these hours to see her during their engagement and nothing happened. After seeing that, with their pelvises all smashed together, come on. Who you telling? I might not be like the sharpest tool in a shed, but I'm not that dumb. Shit was going on before them. Now, also, I'm going to point something out. I didn't take a picture of it, but I wish I did, because what the fuck is it with those creepy ass dolls that Robin has in her? Just like, I'm sorry. That one looked like Annabelle Jr. No, ma'am. You can have those creepy ass dolls in your house, but you have to put Garrison's picture in the garage. Like, who knows where it is now? It's probably in some kind of storage unit. He probably threw it away. Oh, that makes me so mad. Here's another thing. Robin, when she was talking about the picture, she's like, I'm shy. I'm so shy. I'm shy. That picture doesn't tell me that you're shy. That was you mashing up your girl, your lady bits up with his man bits, and y'all weren't married. I don't think she's shy. I think it's the fact she's embarrassed by him. Like, she's like, when he wants to show off their love, I'm like, no, that's this. That right there is because you're not shy. You're embarrassed to share your love with that thing. Like, this is my man. You know that meme where the gif where it's like, that's my man. Is this your man? That's my man. At this point, she wants to be like, oh, you can't tell me this thing is gonna last. Anyways, so Cody's like, hey, I got an email from a lady. There's a lot of things. I don't buy this. I don't buy that he got an email from a lady. But he says, I got an email from a woman. Oh yeah, what was it about? Well, first of all, she wanted to chastise me about leaving plural marriage. And then she wanted to possibly, join up with us, get into our marriage, become plural marriage again. First of all, no, I don't think that happened. The reason why I don't think it happened is because, listen, you can see how he operates, right? You can see. This TV show is not an advertisement enticing people to come join. Because look at how he talks about his ex-wives. Look at how he treated his kids. I mean, come on. Unless you want to be in a marriage with a misogynistic asshole who is a subpar father. So Cody says this, and Robin's reaction surprised me, because I would have thought that she would have been like, oh, okay. Because she's the one that really is up for another, is really wanting plural marriage. But she's like, it looked like she was pissed, and she was maybe like a little jealous. I say jealous because she was like, this is highly inappropriate. You don't go through the husband. You go through at least one of the sister wives. And so that was it. So she doesn't want anything to do with this. That really surprised me. He says that he gets a lot of offers. Like, he gets tons of offers from women who want to marry into this, who want, to become a sister wife and be your wife. Once again, the only reason why I feel like anybody would contact him to want to marry into a family and start another plural family is to become famous, to be on TV. That has to be the only reason why. There's nothing like in the plural family, from what it sounds like, what he says is like when a man loses wives, then that makes him less desirable in plural marriages. So he didn't just lose one, he lost 3 wives very publicly. And how he operates and how he is on full display, and it's not complimentary, like, at all. Here was the gross thing. I didn't tape this because I was yelling too much. So it would have been just a lot of me yelling. But, okay. So when Robin is like, I get it. Listen, I understand. I don't know if he said a young girl or if a young woman. I'll just say young woman. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. But when she says, when a young woman sees a married man who has his crap figured out and his wife's happy, he's a good father, and he's stable. I get it. Your eggs drop. Oh my God. Oh. No young woman is looking at a man, or no woman of any age, is looking at a married man and being like, wow, I want that. If they say that, what they mean is, I want a man, not that man, but a different man who has his shit together, who's a good father, who's a good husband, who's stable, who, got his shit together. I want, not that one, but I want one that also has all that. Not that one. Because if they do want that one, that's called a mistress. Okay? That's a mistress. Right? Which is what you were, a mistress, before you got married. So, yeah, that's messed. My eggs, when she said their eggs drop, please, Aurora, move out. Now she doesn't say, people were maybe thinking, well, she probably means people like young ladies in the plural marriage community. But she didn't say that. But even if that's what she meant, once again, the TV show has been on the air for 20 seasons now. Everybody knows that when she was like, he's stable and he's a good father, he's a good husband, I was like, where is the stable? Is stable in the room with us? Because this dude, you talking about another one? I don't know. Once again, it doesn't make any sense. So, and Cody's like, why are we still getting all these letters? Once again, I don't fully believe that he gets all of these letters. And then all this talk about bringing in another wife, then Cody or Robin talks about then how she wishes he would have been like, how he could have built a better community, and how he wishes he would have been like more equal with everybody. And so that makes him, he's like, so you're saying I'm fuck up, I screwed up. She's like, no, it wasn't just you. It wasn't just you. It was everybody. So he comes out and is like, well, as the head of the household, I guess I'm going to take the responsibility for being the one that ruined it all, which, he's not, he doesn't believe that. He's just saying that. And so then there's kind of like okay, well, maybe I have to change, and my relationship with my kids will get better. No, I think that ship has sailed. I think that ship has sailed for a lot of your kids. Yeah, I think that ship has sailed. I don't think there's anything, to do now to save it. So that's that. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought if you watched. Listen, if nobody told you yet today, you were loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there in the world, so it comes right back at you. Treat each other the way you would want to be treated, and always remember that kindness is free. Please spread it liberally. Also, be aware of your surroundings, be smart and safe. Let us all hydrate with some water. And if you're in a dangerous situation, please know that Dolly and I are sending our love, thoughts, prayers, and positive energy your way so you make it through. If you watched to the very end, put in honor of Zona, put an emoji of a dog. So listen, love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Bye.